Hi, my name is Ducky, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I created the most epic itinerary ever using Google Sheets. It's a step-by-step process, of course, but before you even make the itinerary, you definitely have to consider a few things. You'd have to write down on a scrap piece of paper where you'd like to visit, what you'd like to sightsee, um, how much do these things cost, where you'd like to eat if that's important to you. My itinerary in particular doesn't have anything in regards to food because I was just comfortable eating anywhere that was cheapest. What time things open and close, and how much time they'll take up. So for me, a day at the beach is like probably 2 hours, no more. I don't love the beach, but for other people, a day at the beach might be the entire day. And so you do have to consider, of course, how many days you'll be away. I was gone to Orlando, Florida for 7 days, so I had a lot of time to do a lot of different things because Orlando is packed with the most amazing things ever. Then you have to consider what the weather will be like on each day. Um, and then I like to just plan ahead of what I would like to wear. So in my itinerary, I put at the bottom things that I would like to wear. And to be honest, I should have put that at the top because I feel like you should put these in order of importance. The first thing you do is get dressed. And the reason why I say to think about ahead of what you'd like to wear is because to me, thinking ahead and planning ahead makes the process of getting ready go by even faster. And now I have more time to enjoy my vacation as opposed to spending a bunch of time getting ready. And then writing down the prices of everything I also think is important because, you do want to keep track of spending. I feel like when you're on vacation, spending can really, really get out of control. And even while I was in Orlando, my spending did, exceed what I would have liked it to. Here I have a fundamental Google search page. And the first thing you're going to want to do is type in Google Sheets. Now, if you have a Google account, Google Sheets will work for you. I think everyone has a Google account at this point because Google is like ruling the world. Then you're going to go to Google Sheets Online Spreadsheet Editor. Then you're going to want to press Go to Sheets. Then we're going to want to go to the template gallery. We're going to want to look through the templates. Now, if you find a template that's more satisfactory to what you would like, then you can go for it. But in this tutorial, we're going to be using the pros and cons. They do have a travel planner template here. I just didn't like it, so I decided I just wanted to make my own after opening all of them, and I felt like this one made the most sense to me. Of course, as you look at it, it's probably very clear and very apparent that this looks nothing like the one that I created. It looks similar, but definitely a lot less cheerful. So the first thing I did was play with the font and font sizes. I just used the header. Now they have a variety of fonts here. Not as big as like Word, Microsoft Word. I think Microsoft Word has like hundreds of fonts, but this is a free program online, so they do have a lot of things for you to play with. I did not play with all of them. I think that this one, sorry, let me just let you look at that. This one called Comforta made the most sense to me. Not the most sense, but I just thought it was very cute and it resembled my own handwriting. So I really, really enjoyed that. But they actually have one here that really looks like a handwriting. And it's called Caveat. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Caveat. So, yeah. I'm just going to go with what I chose, which was this one. And now I'm going to change the font of the entire spreadsheet. You're going to want to drag your mouse pad to the upper left corner and then just drag. You're still holding it. You're still left clicking, and you're dragging it all the way to the bottom. You're going to the fonts and then you're pressing Comforta. And now that's changed the font of the entire spreadsheet. After doing that, oh, you know what else? Not only did I want to change the entire font, but I also wanted to change the font size to 12. The fonts here go to 36. Again, not like, Microsoft Word. I feel like Microsoft Word goes a lot higher, but Again, free program, very, very good. So I double click the title, and I want to change the title to Travel Itinerary. After that, I want to change the title to bold. You can use bold, italic, strike through. For some weird reason here, they don't have underline. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not here. And then somehow they got this font to 42, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they did that. I guess you could press whatever you want, like. Yeah, I'm not sure how they did that, but okay, moving on. So I did play with the colors, which you go here to text color, and I want to see what worked best. I also play with the backgrounds to see if I wanted something more inverted, but then I decided that I wanted more of a rainbow effect. And then what felt right for me was more of a pastel rainbow effect. So I basically went to each letter and changed it to a color of the rainbow. But then when I looked here, it had basically the rainbow colors in order. And I just chose the ones that I thought looked best together. And I used, of course, I'm going to show you guys what I used as like my example. And I just went from there. So I'm just literally coloring them the same color of the rainbow. So I went to blue, so now I'm going to green. Then I'm going to yellow, then I'm going to orange. And I'm gonna just, wait, hold on. I didn't do yellow. Then orange. And then this pinkish color, which is like supposed to be my red in the rainbow, but I just wanted the lightest colors possible, and then I restarted. So I'm gonna skip ahead after this to the next step. Boom. Okay, so moving on to the rest. I then decided to delete things that I didn't think were necessary, that I knew that I didn't really want as a part of my theme here. So this, for example, made no sense. So I deleted that. This also was based off of that. It's like a counter that the Sheets program has. So like this just made no sense to me. And to be honest, like I was just like, let me just delete this entire block. So I did that. I deleted the whole row. And so what you want to do to delete the whole row is you want to go to that particular row and see what it highlights. Then you want to right click. A little menu will pop up. And then you want to put delete row. After that, I double click this one because I didn't want to delete these rows. I just wanted to delete that particular function. And also this as well. Again, you go to 16 or whichever row it is. You go to the upper left, I mean the left hand side of the screen. You see what it highlights. If you find it unnecessary, you right click, you go to delete row, and it'll disappear. So I'm doing that throughout the entire spreadsheet. So after that, I referred to my scrap at the time, and I realized that everything I needed only needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So this here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So I didn't need all of these, so I just started to delete rows. Now, of course, this is like what you would feel comfortable with, and so again, I just did the same exact thing where I went to the location and I just deleted the row that I had. And then I decided that I was going to just delete all of this because I didn't want to have to repeat the same thing over and over. And this spreadsheet comes with gibberish, so I just wanted to remove it. And when you remove it, it literally empties everything and makes it nice and neat. So I'm just going to show you the process that I did. So here on the left side, I put my start date and my end date of my vacation. And I put this because I feel like I'm always asking myself, like, when is the date? When am I leaving again? What exactly? What time? So this is why I created this, because I didn't want to ask myself those questions. I want to know, like, okay, I have it written down. It's in a secure place. Everything that I need to know is on one spreadsheet in one area that I can access from my phone or my computer. Here I put the city and the state, and I changed the size of the font, which you just hold the left clicker, you highlight, and then you go to the font that you prefer. And I wanted a bigger font, which that looks very cute to me. And that's what you do. So together, this looks really good. It's like a smaller and a bigger version. Then I went over here and I thought, okay, not only is it important to me to list the activities that I want to do on the particular day in this column, but I would also like to write down the times, and I would also like to write down how much things would cost. And as you can see here, it only has 2 columns in the title section. So I went up here, I clicked on E, I right click, it pops up a menu, and I just say insert column to the left. I did that for this one as well. I right click, insert column to the left. Then I thought my title looks a little bit bulbousy and bigger than I wanted it to. So I scroll over to the left. I make sure that it's the right column. It's number 8. And then as you scroll down a little bit, you'll notice a little arrow pointing up and downwards. You just left click that, drag it upwards. And now it's a size that I find appropriate. And so it looks great to me and it all matches. And I'm comfortable with that. Now I'm going to write on the top the day of the week and the date. On the top of every single day. Then I'm going to, just to keep with my rainbow theme, I'm going to go to the color fill and I'm going to change the color. And so like my color theme starts with purple. And the other one I didn't follow that, but now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe I should just follow that. And I just go to the lightest, from the lightest purple to the darkest. And to me, that looks very cute. Then the next one on my list would be the blue. So I just go to the lightest blue, which I thought that was not light enough. So I went to an even lighter blue, which I know this is kind of hard to see the font, but to me, I don't know, it was worth it. It was worth it to change. Oh wait, I think I went to a different blue. Hold on. Here we go. All right. And then here in my title, I just put day 1. I thought that was cute. Now you could just put the day of the week and the date in here. I don't know. I just thought it was just fun to put it that way. But as you can see, if you put the day of the week and the date inside of here, Excel Sheets, I'm sorry, this is not Excel. Sheets would automatically start putting it for you. So then that would be great. Then I was thinking about putting the time here, and then I thought to put the fee here, or vice versa. Okay. So after that, I put things in order of I decided that it would probably be smartest next time to put things in order of importance. So the first thing I like to do is, what are you doing before? My first day was my flight, right? So before my flight, I consult, first I write what I want to wear. All right, for the first day of when I'm flying, because of course the airplane gets cold, so you want to consider all of those things, like, I don't want to forget my sweater. I don't want to forget to wear long pants, because, you know, some people, I guess, in the plane is not that cold to them, but to me, the plane is freezing cold. So that's another thing that I wanted to consider. Then I wrote down that I wanted to consult my packing list, because the last thing I want to do is get to a different state far from home and forget something and have to buy it all over again, because sometimes that can get very expensive very quickly. The next thing was my flight information. And then the final thing was because on a flight, I'm afraid of flying, so I just put flight entertainment. And then sometimes your flight gets delayed. So, I mean, that could come before or after this, but I just wanted to have something to distract myself because, again, I am afraid of flying. And then if you have hotel information, you can put that in. I did not stay in a hotel. I stayed with my boyfriend's family, so I didn't need that, but I think that that's important because most people that go away, they're staying, in a hotel or an Airbnb, and that's just the situation there. So the next thing that I did, just to refer back to my original, was I put emojis next to everything, and I will show you how to do those emojis, but that's going to come later because I have to show you how I did it on my phone because that's what I used. There might be emojis here somewhere, but I couldn't find them, so I was just like, yeah, no. And then for Google this, I'll show you how I did a search engine, and in the search engine, I put a cartoon map of Florida because I wanted something cute. And then I went to images, and then I just went to what I thought was the cutest and the best. I'm trying to find the one that I actually used, which mysteriously I can't find now. So let's use this one since I, for some odd reason, can't find the one that I actually used. So you hover over the picture, you right click, you put copy image, you go back to your spreadsheet, you click a random place, and then you just press paste. Now it's going to paste obnoxiously large, which is very, very annoying, but you can go to the corners, and again you'll see that up down arrow, and then you want to just drag it smaller. Move it up, drag it smaller. Oh, okay, I just want to click my picture, drag it smaller, move it up, drag it smaller, up, smaller. And then you just want to center it here. And now if I change this entire thing to white, I feel like that would look, now I didn't do that in my original, but I feel like that would look good with that. Now everything is white, and now it kind of fits in a little bit better with the picture. I personally don't like the white. It just threw me off, and I just don't like it. Oh, I'm sorry. I changed everything to white, and I'm just going to edit. Oops. Edit and undo, edit and undo. And if you change everything to white, you see what it would look like. But yeah, if you do something wrong like that, you can always just go to edit. I'm glad I actually did that because you can go to edit and you could just undo it. Any mistake that you make, you could just undo it if it's just not comfortable with you. If you want to change the size of the cells, like I said, you just click over the cell, that up down arrow, make it bigger. Up down arrow, make it smaller. If you want this a little bit moved up, there's like an unnecessary line here. You right click, you delete the line. You delete the row, I should say. Another unnecessary row, right click, delete row. Because now I want my title closer to what I'm doing here, and just to make everything fit in and everything look much, much smaller. Now on day 2 of my trip, I did decide to do small events, well, things that took less time. We went to Disney Springs. We went to check on his grandmother, who's an older woman, very, very lovely, by the way. And we went to like Lego shops, and these things didn't take very long, and it was a day after our flight, so I was like, I think that doing things that wouldn't take up a lot of time is what we should do for the second day. Then in the third, fourth, fifth day, the third and fourth day, we did things that took up a lot more time. But again, we had like another day that just in the middle. I don't know. I don't recommend doing 3 things that are very, very time consuming, one after the other after the other. Going to Universal Studios was very, very exhausting. Going to Disney was very exhausting. So to do those one after the other, my God, like that's a tough thing. God bless you. And also, I would say I never considered this, but I would also say consider the, putting a weather emoji next to everything. Um, I put little check marks because sometimes on the day of we couldn't get it done, but I was thinking like, okay, the next day we could get it done. And here the check marks are further away than I would like them to be, so you could just move it closer. You could just close that space if you want to. Um, you could close all these spaces and all these gaps and make it tighter if you'd like. I think that's it. I'm gonna show you how I how I got these emojis inside. Okay, so I'm gonna start adding the emojis to the um, Sheets document, but like I said before, I have to add them from my phone, so I'm gonna put a little screen recording of myself going into it from my phone. So first you're going to want to go into the Sheets app on your phone. You have to download it from the App Store if you don't already have it. Like I said, it's just called Sheets. You're going to go into whatever you titled it, your document, probably travel itinerary. I didn't title it yet. I just left it with its original title. Then wherever you want to put the emojis you go to. So I want to put an airplane next to travel itinerary. So I'm clicking travel itinerary. I'm clicking the little pen at the bottom right corner of the screen. Then I'm going to my emojis and I'm just going to put the airplane. Same thing here. I wanted to put the weather, so I'm putting a little sun. Here, if it's raining thunderstorm that day, I put a little thunderstorm, etc., etc. Okay, so I think that pretty much sums everything up. As you can see, as you do it, they'll show you that you have another active person working on it, and it's me, it's myself, so it has my own name, and it's turned a different color because I'm working on it from a different system. But that's the end of this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good